we get another game. Okay, d4, I'm gonna play knight to f6 and now g3. I don't know, I'm just gonna play... Okay, he plays knight f3. So this is now, it says indie game knights variation, okay. But this is some kind of a... some kind of a Catalan setup. So Catalan opening setup. Knight... Wait, so if I go here, let's say he takes, then I can take actually, because if knight takes, I take the bishop. But if here, then he can go here, and then my knight is lost. Cannot go here because takes. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play knight b to d7. Okay, have to speed up again, like always. Castles, castles. Okay, he's playing extremely fast for some reason. But let's see. Let's see how accurate his moves are gonna be. I obviously go c5. I can take, which I think I'll do. Takes. Obviously, if knight takes, I take the bishop, because now I have some moves with tempo. I also have this move which just forks the pieces. Here, if he goes here to fork, yeah, he can do this one. Here, here. No, but I just take. Yeah, just a fork. So this is the problem if opponent plays extremely fast, they're gonna probably blunder something. He spent 30 seconds, I spent almost 2 minutes, and this is the result. Because he played like it's bullet, and now he's just gonna lose a piece. And this is just a clean fork. I was thinking this move because it attacks the queen, and then if I move, he can also move the bishop. But obviously I just take. And that's why it's useful to develop the pieces. If my rook, so in this position, let's say, if I didn't play this move, then here he would have this one, right? Because the rook wouldn't be on c8 square. Okay, I just take, obviously. And now maybe this move. Just straight into endgame. If takes, I take with the bishop, obviously, because if I take it with the rook, I lose the bishop. If he takes the bishop, I just take with the queen. Okay, he moves away. Let's go. Okay, I have to be careful of some pins. So let's just reinforce the bishop. I guess he's just gonna try to win on time, which is not gonna work out for him. Let's go here, attack the knight. Now I can just play simple moves. I'm just gonna try to trade down everything, and he's just gonna, I don't know, try to get some attacking. If takes, I take, I don't know, with the queen probably, just so I get out of this move. Because he can now develop the rook with tempo. I mean, not right now, because I would take the knight. Let's go here. I'm just gonna play a bit faster, just so I don't get too low on time. Okay, takes, obviously take back. Maybe this move. I always have, I can also just go back. Now he just hangs the knight. So he's just tunnel visioning this attack on the pawn, but obviously I just take the knight. Even if, let's say, he developed the queen. Okay, here I can just trade. But let's say this idea, I always have f6 to defend, or bishop f8 to support the pawn. So he he doesn't have anything here. And now he's thinking, but now now it's already over. Cannot do anything. I'm just gonna... Okay, he resigns, abandons the game. Let's see the game review. So this game, the opening, I didn't know much theory. I just knew kind of the general setup, so I have to look at that. And then, yeah, the game you just saw, he blundered pieces, and that's why I won. So as you can see, still at the 1700 range. Wow, okay, I didn't expect this accuracy. Still the games are won just by tactics, right? He just missed a fork. Again, 2450 performance. Okay, so this was all correct. Here I wasn't sure. So this is the Queen's Indian setup. This b6 and bishop b7. I'm just counter contesting, or I should say I'm just contesting the diagonal, because he wants to be the only one with the control over the diagonal. So I'm also developing my bishop here, so I also fight for the light square diagonal, right? So this is the idea of bishop b7. This one, if let's say the knight goes here, you can pin, but usually just remains on e7, and then it can develop on f6 later, and then obviously just short castles. Knight usually goes to d7. Now it depends. Let's say you push d5, you develop the knight to d7. You can also push d6 and develop the knight to d7 and play for e5. There are a lot of setups. But okay, I'm happy that the opening was a success. Let's say he develops first. Okay, then the bishop first, because now I cannot go b6, right? Because he takes. So c5 or d5 are the ideas. And then knight f3, and then okay, I just take. I cannot go here. I can. Okay, d5, yeah, just to close down the diagonal. But okay, he developed knight f3. I go b6. We develop the bishops. He grabs more of the center. So this is kind of a different move order. Usually this opening starts with c4, and then you go e6, and then let's say g6, and then b6. Okay, here maybe not, because the move order is wrong. But let's say knight f3. Okay, knight f3, b6, g6. I mean g3, bishop g7, bishop b2, bishop g2, and then. Yeah, this is the setup, right? This is the same as in the game, but in the game we got to this setup in a different move order. And here bishop b4 check. Bishop b4 check, the idea is you just want to lure this bishop out and then just move back, because this bishop wants to go on this diagonal. So if it goes here, it's kind of misplaced. Yeah, but I usually just play bishop e7. Just a simpler move. And then I decided to take, just so I open up my bishop. And he went for this check to win the pawn back. I was talking about this move, and then if he takes, then I can take, right? Because if takes, I take, and I mean if takes, I take. So takes, and take. But he has knight to e5, which just wins the game. Because my knight is pinned, I cannot move it, so I cannot go, let's say, here and then take and take. I would be fine, but it's pinned, and I guess I can go here. No, I don't even defend, because he has three attackers, 1, 2, 3, and I only have one defender, so I cannot do anything about it. So I just lose a piece. So I go knight b to d7. Takes, I develop my bishop, and then castles and castles. Okay, computer wants me to play c5 sooner. I go rook c8, apparently not the best. I should go c5 immediately. But what's the difference? He has knight to b5. Okay, attacking. Yeah, because he attacks the pawns. So I should go c5 immediately, because here I cannot defend. He's attacking this one and this one, because he has three attackers. So yeah, it would be hard to defend. Let's say I go a6, knight a7. Wow, because I'm noticing that he cannot take because he's pinned. But knight a7. If I go back, knight c6. So I go here, and then he just takes. Okay, and then he's the and then he can take the pawn, obviously. Okay, so I should go c5 immediately, and then if takes, oh, then rook c8, because the pawn is pinned. This is a nice move order, a better move order than I did in the game, and then you recapture. Okay, but I went rook c8, and then c5. I have to contest the center, otherwise, I mean, he's the one that's gonna have all the fun. So I have to contest the center. I take, and then knight takes is a blunder because a fork. He should take with the pawn. And then he has a center pawn, but it's isolated, so I can target it. Probably, what's the idea? Knight d5, trade, and then this knight. Okay, so I go here, we trade, and then I place this knight to f6 square. Because notice that right now my knight has no moves, basically. It cannot go anywhere. I guess I can reroute, but then it's blocking the bishop. So you want to trade off this knight, and you don't want to take. You don't want to take because then you connect the pawns. Maybe if you have the rooks, let's say, placed on d8 and c8, so you can pressure the pawns immediately. But in this case, you don't want to take. You want him to take you. Okay, but yeah, obviously this is just a blunder. I was looking at this move during the game, but obviously you shouldn't just in 5-minute blitz you have enough time that you can spend on just calculate, let's say, 1 or 2 moves, right? You don't have to play moves just based on intuition, because this in bullet I would just play this move without thinking. I wouldn't even see e5, but obviously here I spent, I don't know how much, like 10 seconds, and I spot e5. So yeah, I just win a piece, and then I go here. If queen takes, I take with the bishop, because if I take with the rook, then obviously I lose the bishop. And if he takes the bishop, I take with the queen. I do not, obviously here I'm also in check, so I take the knight. But okay, he went back, and then this move, the idea is king back, and then he has some attack. Okay, queen d7, best move. I just want to attack the knight. Knight goes back, again best move, okay. I just wanted to trade off. Just wanted to trade off pieces. Takes, obviously I take with the knight. And then, okay, bishop. I guess this check was better, but I like this move, bishop here. And I didn't see that. I thought he has this move, but obviously I just trade. But even if he had this move, I can just go f6, or in the worst case, I can just drop the bishop back and defend the pawn. But okay, in the game, he went here and just hung the knight, and that's it. That's the game. Computer wants him to do what? King g2, go back. Computer wants rook e1, rook e1. But obviously this is just lost. I just have 2 extra pieces. And the way I would win this is I can rook lift and trade off this rook, or I can just double up, let's say on the d file, and just go to d2. Actually here I can go immediately to d2 because the knight is supporting this square. I just have to be careful of f3 kicking out my knight. So yeah, a pretty straightforward win. I don't know if there is any useful takeaways from this game. I guess the opening this is the Queen's Indian. But again, this game was just won by purely tactics. He just blundered a fork and then later blundered a piece. So yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you next time.